Imagine waking up tomorrow morning, looking in the mirror, and realizing that stubborn red, angry pimple that ruined your confidence yesterday is almost gone. Sounds too good to be true, right? But what if I told you there's something sitting right in your kitchen that could help reduce those pimples overnight? No expensive creams, no complicated routines, just a simple ingredient that our grandmothers trusted and nature gave us for free. I'm talking about garlic. Yes, the same garlic you use in your cooking has powerful natural properties that can work wonders for your skin. And today, I'm going to share exactly how to use it safely, how it works, and why it's worth trying if you want to wake up with clearer skin. Stick with me because I'll also share some healthy foods that support your skin from the inside out. Because what you eat shows up on your skin just as much as what you apply on it. So let's get real. Pimples are frustrating. They always seem to show up at the worst possible times, before a big event, a date, a meeting, or even when you're just trying to feel good about yourself. And sometimes, no matter how many products you buy, they just don't go away fast enough. But garlic is different. Garlic has been used for centuries, not just in food, but in traditional remedies, because it's naturally antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, and packed with sulfur compounds that fight the very bacteria that cause pimples. When you apply garlic directly to the skin, those compounds get to work immediately, reducing redness, killing bacteria, and shrinking that angry little bump. Now, before you run to the kitchen and start rubbing garlic all over your face, let me slow down and explain how to do it properly. Garlic is strong and it can burn your skin if you don't use it carefully. The best way is to crush a fresh garlic clove to release its juices, then dilute it with a little bit of water or mix it with something soothing like aloe vera gel. After that, you can dab it gently onto the pimple with a cotton swab. Leave it on for just a few minutes at first, maybe 3 to 5 minutes, and then rinse it off. You'll feel a little tingling, that's normal, but you don't want to overdo it because raw garlic is potent. For some people, even leaving it on for a minute is enough. The key is to test how your skin reacts. I remember the first time I tried garlic for a breakout, I was skeptical. I mean, garlic is for cooking, right? But the next morning, that big swollen pimple on my chin looked smaller, less red, and way easier to cover up. That's when I realized sometimes the simplest solutions are the most powerful. The reason garlic works so fast is because it doesn't just fight the bacteria on the surface. It also helps reduce the swelling underneath, which is why pimples look so inflamed. But here's the part many people forget. What you eat has a huge impact on whether your skin stays clear or keeps breaking out. You can apply garlic all you want, but if your diet is filled with greasy junk food, sugary snacks, and soda, your skin will keep fighting an uphill battle. So while garlic can be your emergency overnight fix, you've got to think long term too. Let me give you 3 of my favorite healthy foods that not only make you feel amazing, but also keep your skin glowing and resilient. First is avocado. Avocados are rich in healthy fats, especially omega-3 fatty acids, which keep your skin soft and hydrated from within. They're also packed with vitamin E, which helps protect your skin from damage and speeds up healing. If you want to fight pimples naturally, eating avocado regularly is a delicious way to nourish your skin. Second is spinach. This leafy green powerhouse is full of antioxidants like vitamin C and beta-carotene, which fight free radicals that damage your skin and cause inflammation. Spinach also helps detoxify your body, and when your system is cleaner, your skin tends to stay clearer. I like blending spinach into smoothies because it's easy, quick, and doesn't overpower the flavor when mixed with fruits. And third, almonds. These little nuts are a perfect snack, and they're loaded with zinc and vitamin E. Zinc is especially important for acne-prone skin because it helps regulate oil production, reduces inflammation, and strengthens your immune system so your body can fight off the bacteria that trigger breakouts. Just a handful of almonds a day can make a big difference. Now back to garlic, because I know that's what you're curious about. One important thing to understand is that garlic is not a miracle cure. It won't erase every pimple instantly, and it doesn't replace a healthy lifestyle, but it can dramatically speed up the healing process. If you've ever had one of those painful pimples that you just want to pop, garlic can be a lifesaver because it dries it out much faster without leaving behind those nasty scars. Here's a little tip. If you don't like the idea of putting garlic directly on your skin, you can also try adding more garlic to your diet. Eating garlic raw or lightly cooked can boost your immune system, improve blood circulation, and even help your body naturally fight inflammation. The stronger your immune system, the better your skin can heal itself. And let's not ignore the mental side of this. Pimples aren't just a physical issue, they affect your confidence. I know people who avoid social gatherings because of a breakout. I know how it feels to try covering it up with layers of makeup, only to feel like everyone is still staring. That's why finding a natural remedy that works can be so empowering. It's not about chasing perfection, it's about feeling comfortable in your own skin again. Another thing I want to share with you is consistency. One overnight remedy might help in the moment, but real change comes from daily habits. Washing your face with a gentle cleanser, keeping your pillowcases clean, drinking enough water, and including skin-friendly foods like avocado, spinach, and almonds in your diet will make the garlic hack even more effective. Think of garlic as your emergency button, but your lifestyle as your long-term strategy. If you're wondering how often you can use garlic on your skin, I'd recommend no more than once a day. For some people, even every other day is enough. Overusing it can irritate your skin, and that's the opposite of what we want. Remember, gentle care is better than harsh attacks when it comes to your skin. Some of you might be thinking, but won't I smell like garlic if I put it on my face? Honestly, yes, there might be a slight smell while you're using it, but once you wash it off, it usually fades away. And let's be real, wouldn't you rather smell a little like garlic for 5 minutes than walk around with a painful pimple for days? It's all about priorities. I also want to highlight something very important. Everyone's skin is unique. What works like magic for one person might not work the same way for another. That's why I always recommend doing a patch test first. Apply a tiny bit of diluted garlic juice to a small area of skin and wait to see if you have any reaction before putting it on your face. Safety first, always. Over time, you'll notice that your skin responds better when you combine remedies like garlic with a healthier lifestyle. It's like teamwork between what you apply outside and what you nourish inside. Garlic fights the bacteria on your skin, while foods like avocado, spinach, and almonds give your body the nutrients it needs to stay strong, repair damage, and prevent future breakouts. And here's the truth. Clear skin isn't about chasing expensive products or filters on social media. It's about giving your skin what it truly needs. Nature often has the answers, and garlic is a perfect example of that. Simple, natural, effective, and accessible to almost everyone. The next time you wake up with that dreaded pimple, don't panic, don't pop it, And don't waste your energy stressing. Just grab a clove of garlic, prepare it the right way, dab it carefully, and let nature do the rest while you sleep. Pair it with a diet that includes nutrient-rich foods, drink plenty of water, get enough sleep, and move your body daily, even if it's just a walk. You'll be amazed at how your skin rewards you when you treat it kindly. Clear skin comes from balance, and balance is something that so many people overlook when they're chasing instant fixes and miracle solutions. We live in a time where advertisements constantly promise overnight transformations, creams that erase pimples in one application, or supplements that guarantee perfect skin in just a week. The reality is that your skin reflects what's happening inside your body and how you live your life every single day. That's why balance matters so much. When you think of clear skin, don't just think of products you can put on your face. Think of the bigger picture. Your skin is an organ, the largest one you have, and it responds to everything: your food, your water intake, your sleep, your stress, your environment, and even the thoughts you hold in your mind. Natural remedies can help in the moment, but without the support of nourishing foods and balanced habits, their effect is limited. The true glow comes when you combine them all, creating harmony between what you put on your skin, what you put in your body, and how you live each day. Imagine someone who constantly applies garlic or aloe vera to their pimples, but spends their nights eating greasy fast food, sleeping only 4 hours, and stressing about everything. No matter how powerful the natural remedy is, the breakouts will keep coming back because the imbalance underneath never gets addressed. On the other hand, think about someone who applies simple natural remedies when needed, eats whole foods rich in vitamins, keeps themselves hydrated, exercises regularly, and maintains a calmer mind. Their skin doesn't just heal faster, it starts to resist pimples from forming in the first place. That's the balance I'm talking about. A complete approach instead of chasing one single magical cure. Natural remedies are incredible because they tap into what nature has already provided. Garlic, honey, turmeric, aloe vera, green tea, all of these have antibacterial or anti-inflammatory properties that soothe the skin and reduce breakouts. They're gentle compared to chemical-based products, and they carry fewer risks of long-term damage. But they can't work in isolation. Garlic can kill the bacteria on a pimple, but if your body is inflamed from processed sugar or overloaded with toxins from poor food choices, the pimples will keep popping up. Honey can calm redness, but if you're dehydrated and never drink water, your skin will stay dry and vulnerable to irritation. Turmeric can fight inflammation, but if stress hormones are constantly flooding your system, your skin will reflect that imbalance. Natural remedies are a tool, not a standalone cure, and the way they shine the brightest is when you combine them with supportive lifestyle habits. Healthy food is like the fuel your skin runs on. When you give it the right nutrients, it rewards you with strength, resilience, and glow. Vitamins like A, C, E, and minerals like zinc and selenium all play roles in keeping pimples away. Foods like avocado supply healthy fats that keep your skin moisturized from the inside out. Leafy greens like spinach and kale detoxify your body and fight oxidative stress that leads to breakouts. Nuts like almonds and walnuts provide zinc, which regulates oil production, so your pores don't get clogged so easily. Even simple hydration from drinking enough water daily helps your skin flush out toxins and stay supple. A balanced diet reduces inflammation in your entire body, and since pimples are basically little pockets of inflammation, cutting inflammation down through food directly reduces your chances of breakouts. Processed foods, sugar, dairy overload, And fried snacks might feel good in the moment, but they often show up later on your face in the form of redness, clogged pores, and persistent pimples. That's why balance in food choices is essential. It's not about never enjoying a treat. It's about making nourishing foods the foundation so your skin always has what it needs to thrive. Lifestyle habits are another piece of the puzzle that many people ignore until they see the results of neglect. Sleep is one of the most underrated skincare treatments because your body does the majority of its repair work while you're sleeping. If you constantly cut your sleep short, you're literally robbing your skin of the time it needs to heal pimples, reduce inflammation, and build new healthy cells. Stress is another major factor. When you're stressed, your body produces more cortisol, and cortisol makes your skin produce more oil, which clogs pores and creates pimples. That's why you'll often see breakouts during stressful periods like exams, deadlines, or emotional struggles. Exercise is also deeply connected to skin health. When you move your body, your blood flow improves, delivering more oxygen and nutrients to your skin while helping toxins move out of your system. Sweat itself isn't bad. It actually helps clear pores as long as you wash afterward. Think of exercise as a way to keep your entire system balanced, and your skin benefits as a natural result. Balance also means respecting your skin's uniqueness. Some people can eat certain foods without issues while others immediately notice pimples after dairy or chocolate. Some people can handle raw garlic on their skin while others get irritation. The balance comes from listening to your body, observing how your skin reacts, and adjusting accordingly. Too often people copy routines they see online without considering if those routines fit their own skin type or lifestyle. But your skin has its own story, its own sensitivities, and it thrives when you give it personalized care. Balance isn't about strict rules, it's about flexibility and awareness, adjusting your natural remedies, food, and habits in ways that work for you. There's also an emotional and mental side to clear skin that people rarely talk about but is just as important. Stress, anxiety, lack of self-care, and negative thinking don't just affect your mood. They manifest physically. When you're constantly worried about pimples, your stress can actually make them worse. Balance in this area means practicing relaxation, whether it's meditation, journaling, deep breathing, or simply taking time away from screens. Your skin reflects your inner calm just as much as it reflects your diet. When your lifestyle includes moments of peace, your body reduces stress hormones, your inflammation goes down, and your pimples naturally become less aggressive. This is why people who live slower, calmer lifestyles often have a healthier glow compared to those who are constantly rushing and worrying. Think about balance as a circle where every part is connected. Natural remedies support the outside, healthy food supports the inside, lifestyle habits support the foundation, and mental peace ties it all together. You can have long-term clear skin by focusing on just one part and ignoring the rest. If you only apply natural remedies but eat poorly, the results will be temporary. If you eat well but never manage stress, pimples will still appear. If you sleep well but constantly bombard your skin with harsh products, irritation will follow. Balance is when all parts work together, not in isolation, but in harmony. It doesn't mean perfection, it means consistent effort across different areas of your life. Your skin is like a messenger. Pimples are not just random. They're signals from your body telling you something is out of balance. Sometimes it's diet, sometimes it's hormones, sometimes it's stress, sometimes it's lack of rest. Instead of just fighting the symptom with a quick fix, You create lasting clear skin by listening to that message and addressing the root. Garlic, honey, turmeric, aloe, or any natural remedy can calm the signal temporarily, but lasting clarity comes when you align your food habits and inner health with your skin's needs. That's why balance isn't just an option, it's the path to skin that stays clear and radiant over time. When you start living in balance, you'll notice changes beyond your skin. Your energy improves, your mood stabilizes, your digestion feels smoother, and your confidence rises. Clear skin is often the first visible reward, but the deeper reward is the healthier body and calmer mind that come with it. You stop chasing endless products and start relying on the natural rhythm of your body, nourishing it, caring for it, and respecting it. This is why so many people who shift toward balanced living find themselves not only with fewer pimples, but also with a greater sense of well-being. Overall overuse of harsh products can damage skin and worsen acne, because the skin is not just a surface to scrub clean. It is a living organ with layers, cells, oils, and protective barriers that all work together to keep it healthy. When you constantly bombard it with strong cleansers, drying toners, abrasive scrubs, and powerful chemical treatments, you strip away the natural oils that keep your skin balanced. At first, it may feel like those harsh products are working because your face feels squeaky clean and oil-free, but beneath the surface, your skin is reacting to the aggression. The sebaceous glands start to panic and produce even more oil to compensate for what was stripped away. And that extra oil leads to clogged pores, more pimples, and more breakouts. The cycle becomes endless because you think the solution is to use even stronger products, but the harsher you go, the more irritated and inflamed your skin becomes. Skin has a natural barrier called the acid mantle, which is a thin protective layer made up of natural oils, sweat, and dead skin cells. This barrier keeps harmful bacteria out and moisture in, maintaining balance. Harsh products disrupt this barrier, leaving skin vulnerable to bacteria that trigger acne and also making it more sensitive to environmental factors like pollution and sunlight. Once the barrier is damaged, your skin can no longer defend itself properly, which means even mild products or natural remedies can start to sting or cause redness. What was once healthy? Resilient skin becomes fragile, reactive, and prone to breakouts. Acne itself is an inflammatory condition, so anything that increases irritation makes it worse rather than better. Instead of calming the skin, harsh products fuel the fire, and the pimples multiply instead of disappearing. Think about the common mistakes people make when dealing with acne. They scrub their face 3 times a day with grainy exfoliants. They wash with strong foaming cleansers that leave the skin tight. They use alcohol, heavy toners that burn, and they apply layers of spot treatments with benzoyl peroxide or salicylic acid over and over. In moderation, some of these ingredients can help, but when used excessively or without guidance, they do more harm than good. The skin becomes dehydrated, the natural balance is lost, and the pimples become deeper and more painful. People mistake dryness and stinging for effectiveness, thinking the product must be working because it feels strong, but in reality, their skin is being damaged at a microscopic level. This damage leads to prolonged healing, scarring, and sometimes even more severe acne because the skin can no longer fight bacteria naturally. Another problem with overusing harsh products is that it confuses your skin. Skin has its own rhythm of shedding dead cells and renewing itself. When you constantly interfere with that process using strong chemical exfoliants, peels, or scrubs, you speed it up unnaturally, leaving fresh new skin cells exposed before they are ready. These cells are more sensitive and easily inflamed, which is why some people notice their pimples turning into red patches or scars after aggressive treatments. The skin tries to heal, but because it's being attacked daily, it never gets the chance to fully recover. This constant cycle of irritation and healing creates uneven tech spots and a weakened overall complexion. Acne is not just about removing oil and bacteria, it's about restoring balance, and harsh products prevent that balance from ever being reached. It's important to understand that acne is not caused by dirt. Many people think pimples happen because their face is dirty, so they scrub harder, wash more often, and pile on drying treatments. But acne is linked to internal factors like hormones, diet, stress, and genetics, along with external factors like clogged pores and bacteria. Over-cleansing does not solve these root causes, it simply irritates the surface. Gentle cleansing twice a day with a mild, pH balanced cleanser is usually enough to keep skin clean without stripping it. When you go beyond that, you're fighting against your own skin instead of working with it. The harsh approach is like trying to put out a small fire by throwing gasoline on it. The problem doesn't go away. It explodes into something bigger. Another consequence of overusing harsh products is that your skin becomes dependent on them, but also resistant to them. For example, using benzoyl peroxide daily in high concentrations can make bacteria resistant over time, meaning the product stops being effective. At the same time, your skin's tolerance weakens, so you can't handle even mild treatments without stinging or peeling. This double effect leaves people stuck because their old routine no longer works and their skin is too damaged for new routines. The long-term result is chronic irritation, constant breakouts, and scarring that could have been prevented if a gentler, more balanced approach was taken from the start. The psychological impact also cannot be ignored. People with acne often feel desperate, so they believe that the stronger the product, the better the results will be. They ignore the signals their skin is sending: burning, redness, peeling, tightness, because they associate these with progress. Over time, they end up damaging their self-esteem even more, not just because of the persistent acne, but also because of the marks, scars, and sensitivity that come from overusing harsh products. The stress this creates can even fuel more breakouts, since stress hormones are directly tied to oil production and inflammation. It becomes a frustrating cycle that feels impossible to break. And it all starts with the mindset that more is better when it comes to skincare. Balance is what skin really needs. Harsh products have their place, but they must be used sparingly and with awareness. For example, salicylic acid can unclog pores and reduce pimples when used once or twice a week, but daily overuse will dry and irritate the skin. Benzoyl peroxide can kill bacteria effectively when applied as a spot treatment, but slathering it over your entire face twice a day can lead to peeling and scarring. Strong exfoliants can smooth texture and reduce breakouts if used carefully, but aggressive daily scrubbing will only tear the skin surface and spread bacteria. It's not about avoiding treatments altogether. It's about respecting your skin's limits and letting it heal in its own time. Natural remedies can also be affected by this issue. Even something as powerful as garlic, tea tree oil, or lemon juice can harm your skin if overused or applied undiluted. Just because it's natural doesn't mean it's gentle. The principle remains the same: moderation, balance, and patience. Skin thrives when you give it consistent, gentle care rather than extreme, harsh measures. Hydration, a simple cleanser, a soothing moisturizer, and targeted treatment when needed will always do more in the long run than aggressive daily attacks. When the skin feels safe and supported, it heals itself and acne gradually reduces without the need for constant stripping and scrubbing. Lifestyle factors also play a role in this balance. If your diet is high in sugar, if you're dehydrated, or if you're stressed, no product will completely prevent breakouts. On the flip side, if you're eating nourishing foods, staying hydrated, sleeping well, and managing stress, your skin will already be in a much healthier state, which means even minimal skincare can keep it clear. Harsh products can sometimes mask the problem temporarily, but they don't address these deeper issues. Over time, the truth shows on your skin. That's why overusing them not only fails to cure acne, but also delays you from finding real solutions that come from within and from adopting balanced habits. In the end, skin responds best to kindness. Acne-prone skin is sensitive and inflamed, and harsh products only add more irritation. The temptation to fight aggressively is strong, but the smarter approach is to step back, simplify your routine, use products with care, and let your skin restore itself. When you reduce the pressure, stop over-cleansing, and avoid constant harsh treatments, your skin often calms down naturally. Sometimes less really is more, and the gentlest routine creates the clearest, healthier skin in the long run.